Everything is choice. That's very real. And so we're the deciders now. And so we are, you know, our real awareness, or we're provided an opportunity, makes a decision. The real guides can come and say, okay, we have this experience for you. Would you like to, have this experience? And it's an agreement with the real you to do that. And so it comes about, but, the little self here, the personal self that's created, it doesn't know. Just like we experience things, but our computer doesn't know until we put something in there, write it or whatever, and then the computer has that, you see? So that's how it starts off, and the person has to be willing. And it doesn't matter what the experience is. Each person wants to experience whatever they do. They make the choice. We are the deciders now, so we're not going by the old rules and regulations that are really restrictions that sound good, etc., or that it's good or bad to have sex before or after marriage, or all these things. All these things were designed to control people and make them feel guilty and bad, and for lifetimes. And it's all nonsense. So many times the real awareness to help out the personal self and vice versa will want these experiences and bring certain parts of it through, so that, things can be better understood. But it takes a lot. It takes a whole lot to really be able to see through all that and to deal with it. So choices are made, but it doesn't mean that it's going to come out perfect every time. You have the experience and you are the decider. But everything can be okay once you learn to see it for what it is. Yes, and then you know whether you want to do that again or not. It's whatever. So this was experience, and respectfully, she's the decider in that experience. It's not about anybody judging it. I wouldn't do that because that has nothing to do with me. That is her choice. And so, again, she decided to have that experience, and it's all okay. Whatever person wants to do experience or have or whatever, everybody, it's all okay. So the idea is that, have your experiences, and for the most part, don't bother or hurt other people, etc. Just have it for yourself. And if there's somebody else, like when you have a relationship like this, there's an agreement there. The two people, they agree, and we've all been in relationships, and we see that that's so. So we kind of, slowly go at the relationship to see if there is agreement there, especially when it becomes two, two or more people involved. But when it's just yourself, well, you decide your experience, you decide how to recognize your awareness in all life, etc., and you decide, what part you're going to play, because we're all in life, and it all makes sense. And just like on the earth, when a family is born, let's say on a farm, and they have children, everybody takes part in helping the family survive. This is how it is on earth. In the real universe, it's different. It's not the same at all, but we support each other with the overall survival of all life. So we start to see the difference in all this. But again, it's choice, and it takes many lifetimes, and even this lifetime, it take your whole lifetime to really, really see and understand a whole lot. And so a step at a time. But again, this is her choice, and it's all okay. So the old idea is there, and it's in the consciousness. And so, now she has an objective view of that, and she can see the difference. And that is, everything's okay. Relationships between two people are not based upon some kind of marriage ceremony created by abusive controllers. That's all the marriage ceremony is. It's a bunch of baloney, and people have agreed to it for so long that it seems so real. It seems like a truth all its own. But animals and birds and whatever, they they don't go through any of this nonsense, etc. They don't go through these restrictions, and especially when you're married, and you know this, so many people have gone through it. Just try to get divorced. Now you got to go back to the courts. You got to go back to all the restrictions. You got to go through all those landmines to try and be okay and survive it. Well, that's because it's all set up. They know that most people will not stay together, so it's all a setup. So this is very cruel. So on the real side, she's having the experience where she doesn't need the interference of authorities deciding for her. She's the decider, and that's her life, and it's all okay. Yeah, singing NUUU, you simply become more aware. Nothing disappears. You become more aware and you add to your life, you see? So it's not a matter of negating anything. It's like when you go into religions or spiritual paths or whatever, they have their ideas of things. And lots of times there's negation involved. In other words, you can't do this, you shouldn't do that, blah, blah, blah. As you get into it, you start reading the rules and regulations. Well, again, all life is experience. And no, it's just, as I've said, you simply become more aware. And as you become more aware and you start to see what's really going on, you learn to make better choices, and you can adjust things that didn't work as well for you. But now you're more aware, and it's better for you. But at the same time, you see the scary things that are going on in this world, which are not good. And, most people don't want to see that. They want to pretend that they don't exist. But, as you become more aware, you're going to see it. And you decide how to face it or not. And this is where you see many people come and go. All of a sudden, they become more aware. They start seeing these things. And even in the real side or even in the physical, they start to see through the governments and what they're doing. They become more intuitive, and all of a sudden they don't want to see it. They want to pretend that, oh my gosh, I'm seeing this and I don't want to see it. Some people have actually said that, I don't want to see it. And so, well, to become aware, totally aware of what all life is, you have to face everything, but not everybody is ready to do that. So yeah, that's a big journey, and that's scary for the personal self. But again, nothing is negated. You just simply become more aware, like the sun shining. It's that simple.